Hi, guys. Please say hello to ITGoatee
Hello.
and to the tilted lawyer, Omar Serrato.
Hello yourself.
So tonight, I just wanted to go over the police reports that we have. I'm sure there are more.
I haven't even seen these. Man, I'm so exhausted. I've been in court all day long.
Man,
and it's Friday.
Did you have a good result?
Sick. It got continued to February after all of that.
Oh wow.
Jeez.
And so
That's easy.
we could have done that in the morning.
Why so far out?
Well, that's just
when it's open.
Availability.
That's the court availability.
Wow. That's crazy.
But it's not that big. It's not like it's not a pressing matter. So we're good with the continuance. But we got a lot done today, so it worked out.
That's
also,
good.
I'm coming. I don't I don't know how much longer I'm going to have my voice for, because I'm getting sick for sure.
Ugh.
So we'll see.
Well, good
and
luck
I'm supposed to be doing Disney stuff with the girls tonight. And so
are you singing? Is it a sing along or?
No, I think the wife scheduled a Disneyland thing.
Oh, cool.
Hopefully it gets vetoed. I guess we'll see.
By who?
Yeah.
Well, maybe the girl's just like, yeah, why don't we just stay home and do like movie night and order pizza? I would vote for that.
Yeah. I would vote for that 10 out of 10.
How far away are you from Disneyland?
Oh, it's like a 30 to 45-minute drive, depending on traffic.
Okay.
Sometimes longer.
I mean, it's already 5:30. How long are they open till?
Midnight.
Oh, geez.
Yeah.
Oh, do they do fireworks every night?
Every night. I've been going to Disneyland for 20 years. I took my eldest there. I've been taking her there since she was 1 until she got too old for it, obviously. And then reset the clock on that with the new ones.
Mm-hmm.
So but they are not into Disneyland the way that my oldest was. They are I think they're kind of sort of over it. Like, we go there and like they're good with just being there for a couple hours. I used to take my daughter, my Raven, I used to take her, and we would be there all day long. Because I was doing like a single dad thing and I didn't know what else to do. There's one time I remember, like, I went, and then because we have season passes and it was like a blockout date, and I took her there. We got all the way to the parking lot, and then we got turned away. Oh. It's like, I am not spending $300 on Disneyland tickets. And so she started to cry, but we ended up doing laser tag instead. So it worked out.
Laser tag's great.
Yeah.
Right around that area. Christmas laser tag. And so
Christmas
that sounds cool.
Yeah.
It's inside, so.
Yeah.
I mean, I had a lot of fun. Shooting a bunch of kids, like running around and dominating
with laser tag.
Yes, and laser tag.
You put on these suits and then you shoot each other. It's like laser tag, like when you were kids. It's only good fun.
I remember doing that when I was like 10 or 11. You had to put on this like front and back plate, and they had these big light sensors on your shoulders.
Oh yeah,
it's exactly what you do. You have the little light packs or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It is pretty fun.
It is. I gotta take the youngsters. I think they're old enough. I think it's time.
Yeah.
Initiate them.
Oh, and I want to tell everyone I've been a little preoccupied the past 3 or so months with some projects. So it's very heartwarming that anyone even cares to hear anything that I have to say about anything. And I appreciate the love and people asking me to appear on the internet.
Ta-da!
Ta-da! I'm here.
It's always nice to know that you are appreciated. You know what I learned just like a minute ago? Anjanette Levy doesn't know who I am, and I'm fine with it.
Oh, is she the lawn crime?
Yeah, Megan Fox was. She was awfully upset that she referred to me as like that Omar guy. I didn't care. I was like, I don't give a shit, man. She could talk to Greg Woodnick. I'm good with that. And she said, Rachel, that lawyer from the hot bench, and Megan was awfully offended. I didn't care.
Oh my god! Oh, a Busch Light, a big boy.
I'm not
They're
drinking
2 for $3. That's an amazing deal.
That's so funny. My husband used to work for Anheuser-Busch.
Oh, okay.
So he got a stipend, a monthly stipend. So of course we would have to try out all of the different brands that they
Oh,
own.
yeah, absolutely.
the stipend of like beer samplers.
Yeah, it was pretty great.
If Bud Light Platinum wasn't so expensive, that stuff is delicious.
I guess it would be great, but I'm not a beer guy, man. I like my whiskey, I like my spiced rum, and I like it neat. or with Diet Coke. And I like a good pina colada. Those are delicious.
That's nice.
And a good whiskey sour. That's about the limit of my cocktails. I'll take a good old fashioned.
Old fashions.
We're getting off
Love
track.
old
I feel like,
fashioned. I know. We should get to Gillespie. Sorry, thanks guys for bearing with us.
I got like 20 minutes.
We haven't done a flat in how long, so we gotta get back into it.
Yeah, and it wasn't working on my end for some reason to present in the way that I wanted to the documents. So Brad is going to be hosting those.
Oh, Brad's the guy to go to for that.
So yes, he is. So yeah, we're just going to cover these police reports in chronological order. The first one that we have here is not the report part, but it's what she attached as evidence. And I believe it was from, I'm trying to remember the date. It was, I think, August of 2021.
There's no timestamps on the first bit.
No, I just found it on the victims of Laura Owens under the police reports. I'm trying
8/24/21.
Maybe that was it here.
Yeah, there's 8/24/21, 11/1/21, 11/07/21, 2/11/22.
Oh yeah, 8/24/21. Yeah, that's the first one. Yep. And it's just all that they had on there was this attachment. There's no report attached to it, I don't think. So we don't necessarily have to go through all of this, but it's 77 pages of texts that she felt were pertinent to send to the police to say that she was being harassed.
I've never actually seen this stuff.
By Greg Gillespie. I mean, this will take a while to get through. We could read some of it.
Yeah.
How about like just the most important bits?
I didn't read it that thoroughly earlier to pick up those. But we could start at read this first page and at least just get a taste for the vibe.
Do we know which side is who?
Greg is on the left, Laura's on the right.
Bruce, I think you should start.
No, you're not.
Oh.
I'm having a very emotional time here and am extremely conflicted. I care about you tremendously and was so proud to be with you already. My issue is that I gave you a total out not to be responsible whatsoever if you let me make my own decision. Yet you convinced me you wanted to be with me and pushed me hard for an abortion. So I chose that for you. Things changed when you just get me to do it when I'm not ready to make my own decision. I wouldn't have chosen an abortion, and you know that. So once it's already done and the initial drug was taken means it may have a birth defect, and I'm kind of trapped. That's why I said that you needing to be responsible. I was up until now. You know that. And if you lie about that, I really can't trust you. I would have way more respect for you if you just admitted it. Up?
What
question?
Is that voice, Brad? I feel like is this like the inception of the abortion coercion lawsuit?
Yes.
Like Exhibit A? Okay.
I unblocked you.
I unblocked you. Oh, there you go.
Trying to comprehend this.
Yeah.
Good morning. I just woke up. Yes.
Oh,
that's Greg.
Yeah, this is when we've heard that after she says she takes the abortion pills, Greg Gillespie blocks her and quote unquote ghosts her because he's like, finally I can be done with her. And then she comes back and says, surprise, I'm still
I'm
pregnant.
not really done with you yet.
We could scroll down maybe a little bit. My gut is strongly telling me you plan to pretend I didn't exist. My gut is strongly telling her that.
She's probably right. He's
Well, that's
probably
true. Yeah. Oh, and do you blame him?
not at all. Not at all.
Nope.
This is exhausting already.
And let's remember too that the deal with these guys is if you date me with intention, I will get an abortion. If you break up with me, I won't get an abortion.
Yeah.
Like, makes complete opposite sense.
The fraudulent scheme. Yeah.
If you date me, then you're stuck with me. If you try and break up with me, you're stuck with me with twins.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure that you could ask like ChatGPT or AI to derive a formula from these Clayton Eckert emails, these Greg Gillespie texts, and the Maricini text messages, and it would come up with a formula. That's the fraudulent scheme. And that's
Probably.
why she's in so much trouble. That's why Maricini is a witness in the state's case against Gillespie and Eckert. It matters because of that. And so anyway.
Yeah. So this is basically just her saying, hey, why did you block me? Like, what's going on? I did this for you, kind of stuff. You scroll a little more. And he says, I'm not ignoring you, but just been working all day. He's trying to keep her calm. Okay. And then he said he was sick. And she says, if you're not contagious, then we could see each other. That's great. He said, we can do that before I say for sure that I'm keeping it. And he says, keeping what? The baby you are?
Greg is a G.
So you'd go back and forth and change your mind more than anyone I know. Oh, and your word. I haven't changed mine once. And you're asking about trust, me about trust. Good to know.
You know what Greg sounds like? He just sounds like he was over this lady like after the first date, and she just happened to be there on the second night. I don't know if that's true or not, but this is just how it sounds
they
like.
met
It's
up
close.
twice. They met twice, and then the third time, to my understanding, she showed up to an event
Okay.
that she was not invited to, that he was at, and he was surprised to see her there. And that was the last quote unquote date, but I don't even consider that.
No, that doesn't count. Just
She
the
wasn't
first two.
invited.
So we'll count the first two. And it just sounds like he was over after that second night. Whatever happened, he was done. And he's not taking her serious because she's like presenting as just like so dramatically. I don't want to say unhinged here because I don't think well,
it's not normal behavior.
Yeah, it's just she's being a lot for like what that was for their 2 dates or whatever it was. And so and Greg is bringing all the snark. And this is the difference between him and Mike's case. I'm still used to Mike, Mike being the sweet and polite and all these other things. And then Greg is just like the polar opposite. He brings all the comedic relief.
But what I find he does, and like I've always described these guys as like a triangle, where I feel like Clayton is kind of a mix of both Mike and Greg personality wise, and then you have Mike on one side and then Greg on the other. And what I find interesting is that there are 3 different approaches here to her, Mike, Greg, and Clayton, and none of them make a difference. She does the same thing no matter the angle. So I have found that interesting, that no one could have done anything any better, any differently. Like she was always still going to get to like that, what she wanted out of it. The result would have been different.
This is why people ghost. That's why I'm not that mad when people like ghost folks, because sometimes it's like the best thing. Like I wonder what would have happened if Greg would have just like never responded to any of her texts. I mean, obviously she showed up at his house and she showed up uninvited for this dinner thing. So maybe that wouldn't have worked. I'm curious what would have been her response to just a good old fashioned ghosting.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, this was her response though, right? Which is like to contact him with a different number or a different email address and say, hey, I'm still pregnant and you're still on the hook.
Yeah. And then I would have said, if I was advising him, I would have said, hey, you should just probably go get a restraining order. What's a big deal? Get a restraining order. And he did try to get a restraining order. Yeah. But then he couldn't get her served. And so it just kind of died.
She tries to claim, and we'll look at the restraining order that he got against her, or that was granted. that she says that he never tried to serve it. My personal opinion, not that I have any authority to say it, but it's just what I think, is that she avoided service. And apparently you can serve 3 times with these orders of protection in Arizona. And after the 3rd time, it's rendered like null and void.
Do we know if he tried to get her served with like the sheriff?
I don't know who he used, but I know he tried as many times as one
Was allowed
to. Yeah.
All I know is in Mike's case, they tried to serve Mike and she hired a process server who tried to serve Mike at the wrong house.
Yes.
And there was a whole snafu with that. And we had a...
And you got a statement from him, right? In case...
Yeah, he just said, hey, sorry, I went to the wrong house. That was my bad. It was on me. And he signed a declaration just admitting to it. It didn't turn out to be a big deal because, you know, we accepted service for Mike.
Right.
But I wonder what would have happened if we hadn't stepped in to accept service, and probably nothing. They would have probably just extended the August 15th date. Anyway, don't let me get off topic.
No, no, but I don't know who he had try to serve her.
Right.
So this is just her talking more about the blocking and emotional bullshit.
If I woke up and I saw this 4 blocks of text messages, I'd be like, Christ, lady, I'm working right now.
Yeah.
Like,
dinner at 7?
Yeah.
Did they actually go to dinner at 7? I'm curious.
I think this is after the 3 meeting thing.
Yeah.
You
want to keep scrolling a little bit?
Yeah,
also, I am not contributing to any child you have as well
as we aren't having a baby, I think.
Yeah. As we aren't having a baby unless it's the right way. This is not that. You're also the breadwinner. In fact, I believe you owe me child support.
I believe you would owe me child support if I said I want half custody, so you need to reconsider your wants and needs here.
Well, no,
I want to start a relationship on the right foot. This is not it. Having a bastard child, man, that's a savage thing to say to a lady.
And half custody doesn't give you child support. That gives you least child support.
Yeah. But it's like, I mean, gosh, I can't even imagine like being in these guys' situations, and we're all different and we all respond differently. And I don't blame him for just going off on this, you know?
Yeah. Well, sometimes when like guys, the problem they have is like they're too nice with these kinds of things. They never convey the right message or the thing they're trying to convey because they don't want to be upset. Greg don't have that issue whatsoever. Like he's just putting it all out there and like unequivocally stating that we're not going to be a thing.
Yeah. Yeah. So this is him talking about the bastard child, and is this what you really want? Is this the right thing? She's morally not for me. So this is more about the blocking. God. I was going to take the 2nd pills last night before I realized what you'd done, which is the ghosting. This pregnancy and abortion thing has made me feel like the worst person ever. Then to find out that you actually want to block me from your life after you knew what I did for you.
Well, what does she
How
want?
manipulative.
Yeah.
Okay, so imagine you have like one night stand with somebody, you end up getting pregnant, you get an abortion. That's like the end of the story, right? If you don't want to talk to each other, like what would he want to do with her after that? I don't know what her expectation is all I'm saying. Like, what is her end game with this?
The funny thing is hindsight being 2020. The guys always get the shit because we don't like reading directions. We're like, oh, we just got this thing from IKEA. I can build it myself and blah, 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 blah. This lady has the hardest time reading the directions on abortion pills because with Mike and with Greg, she would have had to have taken like 6 different sets of abortion pills, and she fails at all of them.
I think it was something like 7 failed abortions for one pregnancy. With
Mike. It was 6. It was 6 for Mike, and she claimed 2 pregnancies during Mike's whole thing. The 2nd pregnancy that she claimed, she later said, "Oh, actually, the technician read the report wrong, the transvaginal ultrasound wrong." And it's actually just like a leftover fetus from the twin pregnancy. So, and then she never sent him any ultrasounds, any sonograms. It was all just like letters and screenshots of letters
Mhm.
and like medical reports.
She was developing the fraud game, you know? She
Yeah,
was
no,
developing her modus operandi.
exactly. And if like, because she also had, well, she claimed she had a miscarriage with the victim in 2014. Yeah, anyway.
Echoes of the Tabernacle is here, man. He said, PM, trust me, bro. I love that guy. I love Echoes.
Mm-hmm.
He got mad at me because I talked shit about his cubbyhole name. I didn't know this backstory behind it. I didn't know that the Tabernacle, I know that's a religious reference. I didn't know, like he explained on his show like what that was, and then I felt bad. I didn't mean anything by it, sir.
At least you recognized. She says, she'll forget the blocking.
Of all the things that didn't happen, this will be the most thing that doesn't happen.
Right, exactly. I will forget that. You have emotional, not calm, changed your mind, made threats, come to my house when I was asleep. Any person would when being harassed 24/7. That's how I felt. I don't have time to argue. Yeah, and she's 100% harassing him.
What else would you call it?
Yeah.
I mean, if it's not harassment, it's extreme annoyance. Or maybe she's just shooting her shot. If I don't send him these blockchain text messages, then I'll never know what might have happened. Sometimes you don't have to follow your heart that extremely. You know what I mean? They say to follow your heart. We learned that from what was that? What was that movie? The one with the Napoleon Dynamite. That was the movie.
Oh, to follow your heart.
Just follow your heart. That's what I do. Sometimes just don't. Sometimes follow something else.
What was I gonna say? I don't remember. Okay, so then she's like, we can do the pills this week if we can just move on. Swear to God. I don't want to hear that. I just want to hear, I just want you to take care of it and move past this. I'm not doing it without spending time together after this past weekend. That would be stupid of me.
She wants more breeding chances. That's all this is.
But she have yet to take control. Like he cannot be more clear. He wants nothing to do with this lady.
This is never, I mean, especially with Greg and Clayton. Mike's situation is so different because it was like a 1.5 year long relationship, but it's still about control with Mike for sure. But this is, to me, not about any feelings or any real feelings. It's just about control, wanting to force someone to be in her life. I think that she probably grew up being told yes, probably almost all the time, if not all the time.
Oh,
and
for sure.
when she was told no, she probably made a big fuss about it, and her dad came in and fixed it.
Just the way she screams in her mother's face tells me all I need to know about how she grew up in that household.
Yeah.
I could never imagine yelling at my mom like that.
And her mom was so used, was not phased, completely unfazed by the behavior.
Yo.
I'm thinking in my head, all of these displays of emotions and attempts to try and convey sincerity about relationship and wanting to do stuff. I wonder if she knows that that's expected of it, but she doesn't actually feel it. I wonder if that comes down to like an underlying personality disorder kind of thing, but I'm not.
Oh, sort of like she's playing the part, or she's trying to manipulate the way that things are supposed to be framed, and she doesn't actually know what it means.
And maybe not even capable of ever feeling those things genuinely.
Yeah. I don't know. When you feel things for people, then like there's a hard like stop sign to doing this kind of stuff. I just feel like you would approach it differently. Like it doesn't feel like an emotional longing. Like it's a manipulation. It's a control.
Absolutely.
Mechanism.
Yeah. And I mean, I think you would put these in front of anyone and they would say, like, if Greg is person A and all you hear is person A and person B, I think anyone would look at this and say, yeah, this is super fucking manipulative.
Sorry for coughing into the mic.
No worries.
You're good.
I can scroll a little more. let's see. I'm scared of everything, of going forward with the pregnancy, of not going forward with the pregnancy, of birth defects, of God's punishment, of losing you, etc. You have to get where I'm coming from. If you truly want to be with me, this should be a no-brainer for you.
Could we pause?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Fear of losing you. They had 2 dates.
Yeah.
They had 2 dates. And then and he said all of that, and he said all of these savage things that we've just read. And then she's like, if you truly want to be with me, this should be a no-brainer for you. When it should be a no-brainer for her that he's not interested, man. He is not interested.
Well, here's the thing is I think he had been playing it up and saying, oh yeah, I do want to be with you. Let's date for the 1 week, or I don't know.
Obviously facetiously though.
Right. But I mean, did she believe it? Did she know he was pretending? I mean, I wonder.
I feel like if you listen to that phone call, 100% she knew. Because they're okay, are you going to be a smartass the whole time, or are you going to actually take this serious? She said something like that, and so maybe in Texas it's a little harder to convey. But I feel like there has to be a part of her that understands that guy was just not having it.
Yeah. But then like it's just so much to lay on somebody, like all of these messages, knowing that they're fucking with you, and to write all of this is crazy to me.
No, I agree.
I mean, I know none of it with her makes sense anyway, but
yeah. But also having litigated the case with her, her communications with me obviously were for litigation purposes, but it was like these columns of text, just going over every single grievance that she's ever had, and trying to convey like maybe 1 or 2 points or whatever. And then you'd have to find a way to respond to all of that. And just every single time I would get an email from her, it was just like this huge 500, 750 word thing that we have to read. And it's just all this garbage. It's stuff like this. Like this is her writing style.
Summary this for me, because I don't want to deal with it.
This was before ChatGPT. This is just her style of communication.
Just respond, okay, period.
Oh, thumbs up.
Cool story, bro.
Okay, love you, bye.
No, don't say that.
Oh, well.
Do not say that. Okay, she's still arguing with him about the abortion and obviously being together. And okay, so is this such a simple thing? If you really want to be with me and move on, why wouldn't you want to see me? Laura, we will have nothing to do with this child. You are absolutely wrong if you think me or anyone in my family will be at all involved. Then why don't you want to see me and do this?
It's a strange question after that.
If you had this child, you will never see me. You mentioned your family above and also about child support. My family will never speak to you. Let's not have a kid. No shit, Sherlock. Let's just be together then. Jesus. Whoever said we were having a kid? We are not. And you won't have me in your life. So don't ever mention that again. You pissed me off.
I got to get going. So this is going to be my parting shots for this. Like there was a time where Laura Owens was just a little girl. She was 3 or 4 years old, and she was like watching The Little Mermaid, or she's watching Cinderella, and she got these ideas of what romance was. Like a part of this is like reading this and like feeling empathy for her, because there is a little girl in there for all the things that she became. Like she is a human being. I don't believe that she's a sociopath. I believe she feels things. I believe she manifests it in this really weird way. And I'm not like, I have the wrong degree to be able to competently speak about these things. I'm just saying that something went wrong with this lady. Like even in the face of everything that Greg is putting, and he could not be any clearer in his intents with these communications. Like she's still like, well, why don't you want to be with me? And what my dad brain goes to is my 5-year-old daughter, my 6-year-old daughter. Like they have these thoughts, and we talk through them, and we talk about things and issues, and something is missing with how this girl, this lady, Laura Owens, was raised. We're missing some key ingredient. It didn't bake all the way, or whatever you want to say, but they're just, I feel empathy because there's something loose. And the time to have fixed it is now gone past, and now she's facing 60 years in prison. And I suspect that the reason why she's in this position is because of however it was that she was raised, however her experiences, whatever she became. I don't even know what I'm trying to say. I feel bad sometimes when I read this kind of stuff, or when I hear her speak, or where I read things about her case, and then I read the emails that she sent to me, and I take it all back.
I mean, I think objectively, like, you could feel bad for someone like this. Like, you could blame the parents partially, and you could blame her partially. But then you put it in context of an actual situation and an actual person.
Yeah.
And it goes away. Someone sent me this real quick to back up your point, Omar. It's from Laura from Reddit back in 2023, when she had first posted about the story. And here's a line from this post. I was told by a lot of people that even if men initially have a negative reaction to an unexpected pregnancy, they come around.
Told that by who?
A lot of people.
Oh, apparently.
I've never heard that. I've never heard that advice before.
I haven't either. Probably her mom. It could be her mom.
It just doesn't. It's a nonsensical advice. Like, if somebody doesn't want anything to do with you and a child that you make together, why would you want them to come around? Like, I spent so much time in these custody cases, and it's the exact opposite. Like, these ladies just want to move on. They don't even want child support. They don't want to be a part of it, and they don't.
It could even be a generational thing. I mean, maybe people from her mom and dad's generations were like that. I don't know.
That sounds more plausible.
So maybe it was advice from like coworkers, dad, or
it could
whatever.
be old school advice from like the 50s and 60s. That's something maybe my grandma would have said something like that. But even then, she had more sense than that. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not qualified to judge such things. And anyway, I got to go do.
Go be a dad. Go be a good dad.
I got to go do the dad stuff.
Awesome.
And well, I'll find out if I'm going to Disneyland in about 20 minutes. So
I hope it's not in your future for your sake.
We'll see.
Thanks for joining, man.
Yeah,
all right, man.
Have a good show. Bye-bye.
Bye.
And then there were two.
We're thinking the same thing. Yeah, I guess let's pop back over to these texts. I mean, gosh, this could be a stream in and of itself. Maybe.
Wow, I turned off notifications for 20 hours to get some fucking rest and fight a fever. How's that for some real emotional stuff right there?
Yeah. My gosh. Oh, and then she's saying,
well, I was sick.
Yeah.
From the pills. And you didn't do anything.
And I'm not trying to threaten anything at all. Never.
Who takes pills in their vagina? Well,
I don't. I love him saying, by the way, how do you have time for all this drama?
Because she's at home doing nothing.
She has, literally nothing else in her life to focus on other than horses, I guess. And not knowing what chair her dad sits in. Okay, she's saying that's what I want. I wanted to take care of it. Insane, never been a part of something so ludicrous. Yeah, then
stop with all the drama.
You're not pregnant. Have some damn empathy. I have. It wasn't enough. And then it looks like, because this is her evidence, so it looks, certain things are cut out, I'm sure, from the conversation, because we don't see a text above this. And
there's something below it, but we don't see it.
Exactly. Yep. So this is him saying he's been sick, he's exhausted, drained, training somebody maybe. So
middle of COVID, I'm still working from home.
Mm-hmm. So let's see. What's he trying to tell her here?
This is the longest text he's posted.
Yeah.
The entire time.
Yeah. I know it's stressing you out also. I don't know why. Okay. Very upset. Just want this to be handled appropriately so we can move forward. Nothing I'm doing is appropriate or normal either. It's hard for both of us. I'm sorry, I got so emotional. So he's trying to be reasonable now with her instead of attacking, I guess. I feel panicked and misunderstood because the last thing I want to do is be dramatic or play games.
No, that's number one on your list. If we have any look at this.
Yeah. When it failed the first time and then I found out you blocked me, it made me feel like somehow the universe was telling me I made the wrong decision. Sorry for being firm about seeing each other before I do this, but I have to make sure we have a connection before and that this is worth it, so that getting an abortion is worth it and that we have a connection before I get the abortion. That there is an us and that there is going to be afterwards.
How is it they did a raid on the casita and they didn't find fucking statues and crystals and bullshit? It's like, I need to feel the connection from the gods for us to be able to have a relationship.
Like locks of the guy's hair.
Praying to the shrine in the corner made out of a shoebox with all of the gum she picked up off the floor after following him.
Maybe it was there. It was just covered in like clothes. By no means during this process have I actually wanted to have a child out of wedlock, and under these circumstances, Catholic school really freaked me out about that.
Abortion.
Consequences. I want to conceive a kid in a marriage out of love and where we actually want to see pregnant on a pregnancy test. I think we can use this situation as a strong foundation for something more meaningful. Will you take the pills tonight? I don't want to have a baby this way. That would mean you can take the others tomorrow and Friday, and by the weekend, I will be hopefully 100% healthy, and this will be past us, and we can plan to go to Sedona maybe Sunday. So he's trying to placate her. Exactly. Play the game here, and I wonder if she knows, like, I wonder if she knows that even, I know we were talking about earlier on, he's kind of being a smartass and sarcastic about it, that she could tell. But I wonder here if she feels like she's like talking sense into him and she's like, yes, finally, okay, like we're getting somewhere.
But in her head, until he comes over, anything that he says doesn't mean anything.
Mm-hmm.
Because she wants him to come over because then she can hopefully seduce him to get more sexual contact to then try and get pregnant and then be like, oh, well, now I don't have to fake it anymore. It's real.
Yeah. And that's interesting because a theory of mine has always been, and this is just my conjecture, that she can't actually get pregnant. And to me, I guess if my brain is trying to like make sense of her in any way, why would she be so hyper focused on pregnancy and getting pregnant? Is it that old school thought that that's the only way you can like get a guy to stay? Or is it that she knows she can't get pregnant and she has this plan written out for each person? You know, it's either going to be a miscarriage or an abortion.
Mm-hmm.
It's always going to be a failed abortion, but it'll be an abortion nonetheless.
We know we have documentation that suggests that she has PCOS, so that makes it harder to conceive, but it doesn't make you
not impossible.
Infertile.
Right. And then was that on a legit medical report?
In thinking about it again, I can't remember, but it also may be something that she documented as a history.
It could be, and she back in 2016 she was claiming to have PCOS. So it's been for a while, but she was also claiming to have cancer. So
right. So, but I think the bigger thing would be if now that we know that her weight is significantly low, that it's already been reported that your period stops after you get to a point your body goes into, we're not talking pregnancies at all because you need to survive.
Exactly. And your body couldn't possibly like fertilize an egg. Oh yeah, and I was thinking too that when she was in the time period she was with Mike, and I've said this on stream before, but she was only eating fruit, like fruit and drinking water. And she would pass out frequently, not from the Uber accident or from, brain damage from Mike, but because she was not eating enough. And she would often have to go to the hospital to get fluids.
Well, we know that she was receiving fluids one night in August of 2016.
Mm-hmm. Yes, right.
But my wife didn't. She watched a documentary on Netflix, Fat, Sick, and Nearly Dead, and the guy on there was driving. He was an Englishman driving across the U.S., and he had a Breville juicer in the back of his car, and he was juice fasting for a week. And then she was like, "Ooh, I want to try a juice fast." So we got the Breville juicer, and it was like, "Dang, all of this fruit is expensive." And it's like, "Well, yeah. You're trying to do this nothing but juice diet for a week,
and you're throwing a lot of it away too when you juice."
Yeah, it's all of the pulp and fiber you're just tossing away. Mm-hmm. And while she's in the middle of this, I was like, "Can you just pick up Taco Bell or something?" So she's like craving every single carb that she could want. And then she smells this bag of Taco Bell and she's like, "I will murder this man for making me do this in the middle of my juice fast."
That's funny. Man, did she make it all the way?
She did make it all the way.
That's great.
It's not something she wants to do again. But
no, I did it once for 2 days. I was planning to go longer and I just had like a massive headache and was very unpleasant.
Yeah, you feel awful after it.
Yeah, it was not good. I feel bad that I haven't been getting to any of the comments, but I also feel pressure to just try to get through this stuff.
I mean, I'm not on a time schedule, so.
Let's see here. I'm going to show some comments. Is it Ajad?
Looks
Sorry
like
if I'm not pronouncing it correctly. Had to go to the psych ward. It was wild. Well, I guess there's more of the story above. That was medically, I'm assuming it fucked with her hormones. And once it was fixed, she was fine. It like messed with her mind till they figured it out.
Oh, here we go.
Go ahead. Sorry.
My mom had her uterus collapse on top of her bladder. I was in high school. She had to give emergency surgery, but leading up to that week, she thought she was pregnant.
Gosh, that's awful. I'm so sorry that happened. That would be very scary to find out.
And then that's what led into that.
Wow. That's crazy. And then Echoes had said, "It's inconceivable Laura seemingly has never had a primary care physician." Yeah, she seems allergic to like having the same doctor like more than once. And why would one do that? Either you just have really bad luck finding a doctor or you don't want things on record with the same doctor ever.
Yeah. If you actually have to open up about your actual medical history, then it becomes really difficult to manufacture one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. So let's see. Oh, wait, there was something about blackmail that he sent up here.
Blackmail?
Let me see. Scroll down.
I blacked you.
Oh, blocked you. Oh, okay. I thought it said blackmail. I was like, wait a minute, what does that say? Okay, so this is just him trying to be like logical and like level-headed and getting empathy from her.
That's a lot of text messages that went
responded to. Yeah, I wonder what if he sent them all like in a row or how much time is in between his messages.
Yeah.
"I'm very calm now," she says.
Uh-oh.
"I hate how both of us have acted. I didn't get this vibe from you at all when we met. And I'm sure you didn't get it from me either." Well, that's not true. It's so but I won't speak on his story. It's so helpless because like you said, we don't know each other well enough to know how we normally are. I have never in my life had anxiety.
Bullshit.
Yeah. Yeah. Isn't it literally on like a medical document with Mike?
Well, not only that, it's like, who doesn't have anxiety? You can't say at 30 that you've never had anxiety. Right. Like, how much of a privileged statement does it have to be like, "Oh, I've never had anxiety. Everything has been so spick and span. I've never had to lift a finger, never had to worry about anything in my life."
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Very unrealistic.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, we don't have to read all. As far as I'm concerned, I don't have to read them all verbatim. But so he's saying he's stressed. She's like, I'm stressed. Oh, he says, why can't you sleep in the same bed with me tonight if that's what's needed? And he says, we just need to start the process and it can't wait another day. I need sleep too. So she's really, really, really still trying to get him in bed with her.
Yeah.
And he's saying he can't miss work. He can't afford to miss work. So, I wanted to go to Sedona and was going to mention it to you, she says to him. And he says, can we go Sunday? I want to take care of this, the pregnancy, and go when we don't have to stress. She says, you're going to be terrified of touching me. I want to trust you more than anything, but I don't know how to. I've told you what I want, how I feel. I've shared and shared that I want to date you, not this version of us. So he's just really pushing, like, let's just get the abortion out of the way and then we can start a fresh relationship. She says, I don't want a child on my own. It probably sounds crazy considering only four dates together, but I can see us having a kid in a few years. I felt something so special with you. And he says, okay, then you have your answer. Can we move forward?
She has special feelings with every guy after 2 dates. Like,
yeah,
maybe you need to reevaluate your feelings because your body is telling you something completely different.
Mm-hmm. And it's like, and I don't even think she's being genuine here, but if she were, it's very, like, just giving very needy, like, emotionally unstable. I'm not judging, because, like, people are there for whatever their own reasons are, but it's like a lot. It's a lot for someone else to take that in, if she is being genuine. Oh, Greg, if you don't feel that way, then don't ask me to do this. I just let you know what I want to do this. I just said everything I can say and shared my feelings. So he's saying, I told you what I need to be able to move forward in a relationship, and she's skirting around it and not, like, addressing
Right.
what he's saying. Go ahead.
I'm asking how I can trust you. It's like, lady, all she's doing is setting up this, I need you in bed next to me. That's all that's all I want. Why can't you understand this, Greg? I want you in the bed with me. Like, that's all I need to get my part out of this. It's like, oh, jeez.
And it's like, no.
No, yeah. And for good reason. It's like, no, that is the last thing that I need.
Yeah, exactly. Like, God, who would ever trust being in a room alone with her? Maybe only Jingris would, because he... Anyway.
I'm not touching that with a 10-foot pole.
No, and I mean, I don't know if they've hooked up or not. It's not my place to speculate on that. But I know that at least for one meeting, he had his wife join. And maybe he... I can't think of the word right now. I can't think of words. Just doesn't think it could happen to him, or thinks that, like, of course, I could get myself out of this, or I don't.
He's not in danger.
Yeah, exactly. That'll be a whole thing to see if anything, bar complaint wise or whatnot, if that relationship ever sours enough to see how she would turn on him and what that would look like.
It would be hard to file a bar complaint if he's already disbarred.
Well, true. She'll just write a blog about it. Okay, this whole thing is really up to you. You didn't do what you promised before. I want to believe you. I was excited to be with you, and I still want to be. It really felt like you were being extremely selfish and not like you understood what I was doing for a gut feeling I had for you. Because I'm trusting you and you promised you would do this, yet you've taken your word back, and I'm here and have not taken my word back, he says. So, arguing back and forth about this.
You're reading the gut feeling thing. I had a thought, and it's like, maybe that's just the burritos that you have every day.
That only he knew.
That only he knew. That it's like...
Oh, it's so funny. And, like, then a stupid question. Like, what about the people at the restaurant where she would go every day? Did they not know that she ate a burrito every day for lunch?
That was so wild when that came out. I was like, they must be talking to some staff because there's no way they're getting this good tea talking about they sit in their one corner and they don't talk to anyone and it's just them and they always order the same thing and it's this, and this. And sometimes they bring Ron. If he doesn't come, well, they take him like a goodie bag with a couple of chips in it. And it's like, Jesus Christ.
Oh, so proof that at least one other person knew you ate that burrito every day for lunch. Okay, how much more of this is there?
It goes on and on and on.
I know it's 77 pages worth.
Here, let's just go. There we go.
Okay, let's ask the chat. Guys, do you want to hear more of this text exchange right now, or do you want to get on to the other police reports? We can always go back.
Yeah, we've got police report and then we've got Greg's OOP.
Okay. Let's see if they're talking about the vocal fry.
I'm sorry, I don't do vocal fry very good.
Fry for the vocal fry. What?
I don't want to meet if you're not keeping your word. There's no point. I don't need to be heard again.
That didn't answer my question. Let's, I guess, I don't know. Let's move on to the next police report, and then we can always do another stream on the rest of the text or go back there later tonight. Okay, so the date, so that one was from August, the one that we just looked at, that she submitted as evidence to the police. And then this one is November of 2021. So about 3 or so months later. Do you want to read it?
On November 1st, 2021, at approximately 5:14 hours, I was dispatched an info call from blah, 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 blah. Call comment stated the respondent says she is being tracked by an ex-boyfriend through spyware on her computer. Now, a lot of people use the term spyware, but they really don't know what it means. They see spy and they think someone is tracking me. That's not how that works.
Also, like, the fact that, like, us knowing what we do, that he would ever in any universe care enough to track her fucking phone. Like, come on. It's like, it's laughable to me, obviously. Yeah, an ex-boyfriend, as Button says.
Yeah. I called the respondent, identified as Laura, and she stated that she recently broke up with Greg Gillespie. So 3 months after these text messages where he showed zero interest in dating her, it's like, oh no, that was my super exclusive boyfriend. Don't you know? We just broke up, only recently. It's like, no, lady, you broke up long before that.
And they went on their first date around June 30th. So this is, not recent to them.
Owens believes Gillespie was somehow hacking into her laptop as well as her smartwatch, since both had recently been acting up. No, lady.
How hard it is to hack into a smartwatch?
Not only that, technology is on the fritz. Technology does weird things. Mm-hmm. If I had said someone was trying to hack me every time my computer rebooted unexpectedly or something, I would have reports up to here. Like, it's so wild. No, your devices, especially when I'm not around, because I always get the call, Brad, fix my thing, and then I come around, and then the computer magically is suddenly working. And it's like, dang. If only my presence could solve every computer issue everywhere. I just can't clone myself to be everywhere.
Mm-hmm. Right. And so Bruce says also, she says she broke up with him, but he broke up with her, didn't he?
Mm-hmm.
And I was talking with someone earlier about how so much of what I have found, at least in my opinion, what Laura claims may have started with a little tiny seed of truth. For example, the whole thing about buttons being punted, where what in actuality what happened was Mike made a statement similar to buttons is so tiny you could punt them like a football, like you could
Right.
punt.
Yeah.
And what it turned into was Mike Maricini punted my dog Buttons across the room. So it started like there was a situation in which it was punting the dog was mentioned and that it was taken completely out of context and twisted into something else. And it's just crazy to me when people, and in this case, Laura will kind of make this stuff up about somebody or about other people. And this is triggering. Sorry, Buttons. And just state these things as though they're fact when there's actually nothing to support them, which is what we're going to see here. She has no evidence to support any of these claims. Maybe she submits things, right? But they're not legit. They're not real evidence. And when people do that, then it can affect people's real lives, as we've seen this affect Mike and Clayton and Greg and all of the other victims in different ways. So yeah, I just don't get how people can be okay with themselves doing that to other people. It's kind of crazy to me. Unbelievable that people do things like that.
So getting
continue.
back to, she had received messages in WhatsApp from an unknown number that referenced ruining her life and destroying her podcast, which was not contained on the laptop. So you receive messages, but it's not there anymore. So
did it ever exist?
Did it ever exist? Like, you can claim that you got something, but if they're no longer there, it's really hard to say that you got it, because anyone can claim anything is there. But if you don't have the evidence, then your statement means a whole lot of nothing.
Right. And even with her, she could have messaged herself from a different number or a different device and made it look like she received such a message. She's
the only one who has a history of making phone numbers. So
right.
She was able to recover all the data on her laptop. Okay. So we went from hacking a laptop to her laptop was somehow in such a disarrayed state that you have to do a recovery on it. But that, like, if your machine for whatever reason has a hard drive problem and then it runs the disk repair thing, it's like, oh, we fixed it. It's all good now. Like, if she saw that screen and then suddenly she thinks she was hacked, but she was able to recover all the data, that's not what that means.
Right. And I'm not an IT person, and even I know that. I understand that.
So she was not affected by the issues with her devices. Oh, if you reboot your devices, you largely don't have problems.
That's always the tip. I did a stint as an IT specialist somewhere a while back, and that was always the answer: reboot your computer. And most of the time, like 85 to 90% of the time, it fixes the issue.
IT gets really bad flack for suggesting that, but the problem is 90% of the time it can fix it, and it's so weird as to why it does that. I have no idea.
Yeah. Yep.
Owens doesn't know how Gillespie was doing this. Then how can you frame him for something if you don't have the proof and say, oh well, he was able to get this? It's like, nor does she have any proof it was Gillespie doing it, but she stated she believed it was him. Well, that's great. I believe Donald Trump's going to be walking up to my door to give me the Presidential Medal of Freedom. Doesn't mean he's actually going to do it.
Exactly.
I then called Gillespie, who states Owens repeatedly accuses him of things he did not know and could not have done. Gillespie also acknowledged their ongoing civil litigation. She's already in civil litigation, and she's saying, oh, we just broke up, and he's making the threats. It's like, lady, you're suing a guy, and you're trying to claim he was doing stuff.
Yeah.
This concluded my involvement in the matter.
Let's see. I was going to see real quick. So the summons and complaint in the abortion coercion claim
Mhm.
were filed on August 11th.
Like, well, no,
By this time, this is what, November 1st?
no. There's a timestamp here. I just had it. August 4th.
Mm-hmm.
So literally the week before she files that is when we were talking about this section of text.
Mm-hmm. And it's like a week and a half to 2 weeks after this, a lot of these texts is when she files that first police report with this 77-page document.
Yeah.
Attached as evidence.
Wild. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the 7th. Yeah, so this is the new one. Yeah.
Okay.
November 7th. Respondent Laura Owens called the PD to report ongoing harassment. There have been previous reports, but between her and Gillespie, her ex-boyfriend, there are former field contacts about him using spyware on her computer and harassing her. Again with the spyware. Lady, just because you see it in the news does not mean you're using the term correctly. Today she wants to report she received a text from an unknown number of her ex's cousin who's pregnant. Okay. She thinks the photo has to do with their former pregnancy, which was aborted. But you didn't go through with it. So how can you claim that it was aborted anyway? But she can't prove it. She needs it documented for civil court. No further information.
I was trying to see. Do you remember when she says the baby is finally
I do not.
terminated? The pregnancy is finally terminated. Let's see. So apparently on August 5th, this says that he watched her swallow the alleged first abortion pill.
But if she didn't take the second one, then it means nothing.
Right. And then the next day is, I think, that whole phone call where they're talking about the twins and the birth defect and
right
stuff. And then, yeah, gosh, and then on the 11th. So I don't actually, if anyone, okay, this says December 2021, Greg's attorney repeatedly inquired about the status of Laura's pregnancy. After Laura claimed one twin died due to the abortion pill she had taken, to this day, this question has never been answered. So I guess that's our answer.
Yeah.
It never states when the second twin was terminated.
Yeah. God, I can't wait for Greg's portion of the trial to go through, because then we'll finally get to know some of this stuff. Because I imagine there's all kinds of records on her phone talking about this. He's like, don't I'm saying that I'm pregnant, but I'm not actually pregnant. Mom, isn't this great?
Right. And that's, yeah, it's interesting, like, in thinking about, I mean, it's all just conjecture at this point, right? Like, who could the accomplice be? And I was thinking, like, with Jan, like, they're together so much that I wonder how much communication they actually have in text, email, etc. Or is a lot of their stuff done verbally?
Right.
So I'll be really, well, I don't know. I mean, if she isn't the accomplice, I guess maybe we'll never see much of or any of their, like, conversations, or unless it's related to, Laura admitting something from one of the other charges or something. But I'd be curious to see, like, how much of that is written.
Yeah, because that's a good point. The idea, you're living so close, so unless she's literally just vegging out, living in her burrito blanket, texting her mom 40 feet away.
Yeah, right.
Like,
yeah, true.
But like, even when, sorry.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm I'm dealing with some kind of sinus nonsense, so I'm like extra phlegmy today. So
Could be maybe a change in getting colder and the heater being on. Maybe I don't know if you have a heater.
it's been cold for weeks. It's
Yeah.
freaking Michigan, man. But
True.
yeah, I mean, because like when the cops showed up to inquire about the for the check-in, when they came up to the house, they found Jan. Jan had to go get Laura. She wasn't already in the house. Not that that's like proof that they don't spend time together, but it would at least lead me to believe that
they're not always like just sitting.
They're not always just sitting in the house.
Yeah. So this, I guess, jumps to September of 2023. Yes. I would have to imagine there are more police reports between November 2021 and September 2023. I mean, maybe there are not. I don't know. But anyway, just to note, this is almost a 2-year jump.
And this would be after she went to the Sun and started all of her things about Clayton.
Yeah. Yeah.
So 11:20 in the morning on the 27th of September, Laura called to report that Greg violated an order of protection at approximately 2:13. And go ahead.
What? Oh no, I'm putting them up and not reading them. But
I was wearing my standard issue blue uniform, fully marked patrol car. I called Laura regarding the violation of the order of protection via online activity. She stated she learned about this on the 21st. Now, here's the big problem. If you're worried about someone doing something at some point of time, you don't contact the police 6 days later. Like, I'm worried to death that he's doing something to harass me, but it doesn't bother me to call the police until 6 days afterwards. That's fucking wild. Like, oh, I've got a sock drawer to organize. I've got laundry spoon about my casita, but I'll call the police later.
Also, Laura uses this word a lot, leaking or leak information.
Right.
If it's public and he sends it to somebody, that's, in my understanding of it, not leaking information.
Right. Leaking implies that there's some form of or implied consent of privacy regarding it. And that's something that a lot of people don't understand. Anything you send to someone else, they can pass it along to anyone. If you have an implied friendship that you're not going to send other people your communications, well, then you're breaking the friend trust, but you're not breaking a law.
Right.
There's no like code of friend law that you are now disowned as a friend because you're leaking text messages between one another. Like, it just doesn't happen.
Yeah. They're talking about the ultrasound, I guess Sarah's ultrasound. Even if Sarah gave her materials, it's not enough to prove an accomplice. If Sarah had written doctor's notes or other things, then sure. I guess like with Sarah, I mean, they'd have to have like in writing her saying like, go ahead and use this to like pretend you're pregnant.
Right.
Like that would
she would have to admit that she is understanding of what the end goal of sending them to her are going to be.
Right. Which is wild to think about. I mean, I know that, Mike has talked before about like Sarah's being complicit in a lot of things. And we just really don't know much about her or her involvement. So who knows? You know.
Tiff, you said this happened while she was about to lose the case. What was the dismissal date of that?
Of Greg's case?
Yeah.
Well, there were two, I think there were two different, because it was the dismissal of the case and then I guess the money.
Oh yeah, fees portion.
Yeah. So it says in October 2022, the civil case was dismissed.
Oh, okay. So that was after. But this is just a violation of the OOP, not the civil stuff.
Mm-hmm. And when was the OOP was up in, I guess, December, right? Because we just had it like last December.
That sounds about right.
What was this date? This is September 27th.
Yep.
Right. So there's, as far as this timeline, 2023. September 4, that's 24 and 23. Yeah, I can't.
Yeah, Tiff, get your dates right. Jeez.
No, I don't know. Maybe she might be right. It's just I'm not seeing it here. Okay, September 26th. I see a reply in support of motion for summary judgment. There's a minute entry ruling on the 25th. Let's see what this is. It is order. Okay. Reviewed arbitrator's motion to vacate arbitration hearing. So that's not anything. Well, at least that we're interested in right now. So reply in support of motion for summary judgment and plaintiff's reply to defendant's response to plaintiff's motion for partial summary judgment is the 26th. So I'm not sure. I'm not seeing it lining up with anything like that, but that's possible. That's not correct.
I called Laura, who believes that her ex-significant other, Greg, has been leaking information to the press in an attempt to harass her. Bitch, you literally went to the Sun 2 weeks ago, and now you're saying that someone's leaking stuff to the press?
Right? Exactly.
Like, we have screenshots of her saying, I'm the woman who accused Clayton Meckert of impregnating me, to multiple different tip lines. And you're saying that Greg's the one leaking information?
I know. Like, it's so...
Get out of here.
Oh my gosh. And it was interesting going through these earlier. A couple of the officers will see, like Officer Reedy, who was one of the responding officers on the morning of January 29th. So I wonder, like, I mean, I'm sure they see a lot of people every day. And of course, like throughout the years, calls that they're responding to and things. But I wonder if, he's reported on some of her stuff before, like.
See, now you're going to say that the police are harassing her because
they're JFC.
They're JFC because they know her and they know that she's filing stuff with the police, and now they're biased against her because it's like the last thing she needs is more fake ammo to.
So we'll see a couple familiar names from the I guess securing of the property.
Right. Yeah. Laura shows an active served order of protection between Greg and herself. Laura alleges that Greg obtained a copy of court records, which would be public.
Mm-hmm. For Mike's case. This is Mike's case.
Yeah. Where allegations have been made of Laura faking a pregnancy in a past relationship. She described this document as allegations that were brought up in court, but 1 page of 220-page court record. Okay. Another document is from a case between her and Gregory. She alleges that Gregory has sent this private court document that he obtained through discovery. How would he get?
Well, so in Greg's case, Greg Woodnick didn't even. So okay, so I'll say I don't know in the filings. Here's what I'll say. That There was a search done, and Greg Gillespie's legal team found the Kletz restraining order online, and they got a copy, and they submitted it to the court, which directly aligns with the ex parte email Laura sent to Judge Backus, claiming they had conspired to have her raped in New Jersey back in March.
Okay.
So anyway, it's obtained through discovery. I mean, literally, like, you just Google it and it comes up.
But that's the thing. I'm trying to follow this statement.
Yeah.
She described this document, the ones that were obtained in Mike case, as allegations that were brought up in court, but one page of a 220-page court record in Mike's case. Another document is from a case between her and Greg. She alleges Greg has sent this private court document from her own case with Greg that he obtained through discovery to several news outlets and tabloids.
Why did he need to obtain his own document through discovery? So that makes it sound like she's referring to the page from Mike's case. Because we know that they, I guess you could call it, they conducted discovery and found the Kletz restraining order report. So it's weird. It's worded oddly.
It's worded awkwardly, but then Page 6 People, Daily Mail, and U.S. Magazine, they only published, or to our knowledge, they were only contacted by Laura. How, right. In Clayton's case, and not about Greg.
How would she know that he did that?
Yeah.
Unless she was hacking his email.
She said that he is leaking the above court documents out of context. Well, if they're public record, then it's not out of context.
It's not leaking.
And it's not leaking because it's not private court material. Mm-hmm. So before I have an aneurysm, she also alleges Greg's also divulged court records to Clayton Deckard. So it's a court record. Mm-hmm. What are you going to do?
Not private. Another
person in which Laura is currently in a paternity case that was filed in bad faith and all that other stuff. So,
right. And this report number is going to be referenced in a police report, like a couple down. So when we get to that, and it'll say like in reference to case blah blah blah, and it's this
one. Yeah. Laura believes that Gregory is divulging these private court records in an attempt to harass and slander her image.
Slander my image.
I always get the two mixed up. In print, it's libel. It's not slander. Yes, slander is spoken.
If it's in writing, if you find that someone is making up false rumors or claims about you and you have evidence of that being in writing, you can sue them for libel.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
I looked that up recently, actually, for something else. But
I always think back to J. Jonah Jameson from the original Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. And he's like, oh, that's slander. He's like, no, it's not. It's a newspaper. It's libel.
Nice.
Based on this, she believes this constitutes harassment pursuant to her order of protection. Laura said that she received the unknown court documents from a Reddit user who had written about the case, username blah, who sent her the documents. So how would a Reddit user know your Reddit username unless you were inserting yourself into something? Because this was also the time that she was posting on Reddit trying to convince Bachelor Nation that she was pregnant by Clayton.
Yes. And actually one of the reports, I think it's the Gillespie Connection report, mentions how she herself was in there arguing with people.
Yeah.
I love this next part.
She said that regarding the San Francisco case, only her and Greg have been granted discovery. What?
Not true. Not true. It's a public case. And she had claimed that to, I can't remember if it was just Greg or if she also said it to Clayton, claimed that that was a sealed case and they couldn't get documents from it. And it was never sealed. She filed to have it sealed and she was denied.
Why would Greg have discovery of a case he's not party in?
Right.
You mean that he had access to public court documents that everyone else has access to?
Mm-hmm.
She recognizes the nature of the scanned document to be unique only to her and Greg. But if it's about a San Francisco case that Greg's not party to, then...
Unveiling the unbearable my entire freaking life.
Yeah. I have no further involvement in this matter. Get me out of here.
Walk out of here. Oh.
Report.
Okay, so this is the next
tomorrow.
Day.
Yeah. 9:28 at 11. What kind of time is he in? Holy shit. 11,330 hours. Jesus.
Send him to a fucking different universe because he couldn't take it anymore.
Are you living in a base in Jupiter? Like, holy shit.
Oh.
I was working in the city of Scottsdale in my capacity as I received a message from Laura Owens again, who informed me she had located what she believed a falsified order of protection posted by Reddit user blah. The document, which she located on the Bachelor subreddit. Are there two Bachelor subreddits? The Bachelor and Bachelor Nation?
And are the Bachelor. Yeah.
Okay. Was uploaded to evidence.com. What the fuck is evidence.com?
No idea.
Using AZ Point, I located a matching unserved expired OOP between Greg and defendant. I informed her that the order was legitimate, but unserved expired. Laura believes this is a... Here, have this expired OOP that I tried to serve against you. You're harassing me.
Greg ran a red light. It's harassment. And then the other document I sent you just so we could see.
Yeah.
See the request for the OOP. Should be that first document attached.
No contact order.
Yeah.
On the residence, his workplace. Plaintiff is granted the exclusive care, custody, or control of any animal held by the plaintiff. Oh, okay. Blah, 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 blah. Romantic or sexual relationship.
Oh, so this is a petition. I meant to attach this one first. But...
Okay. The defendant and I went on 3 dates. We had a sexual relationship 1 of 3 dates. Like... I politely ended the relationship 9 days after our first encounter. And then she did not take the rejection well. That's putting it mildly.
Yeah, right.
At which point I listened. I understood, listened, but politely let her know there will not be a future relationship together and to stop contacting me. She continued to harass me for 48 hours. I asked her to stop reaching out. 24 hours went by with no contact. 11 days after we were sexually intimate, she sent me a photo of a positive pregnancy test, even though we used 2 forms of protection. I've always heard of people double repping, but fuck, man, you actually did it. I'm proud of you, Greg.
Now I don't know here, and maybe we'll find out one day, but it might have been like condom and pull out, like maybe using pull out as calling that a form of protection. I'm not quite sure though. I wasn't there.
I wasn't there either, sitting in the cuck chair, watching the events as they unfold. But
yeah, button says pull out and condom. I think I've shared this before, but when I used to do trivia with some friends, our team was called "My Couch Pulls Out, But I Don't."
She continued to harass me through text messages, even through 14 email accounts and iMessage, all of which I have since blocked. She threatened to reach out to my family, located them on public records, reached out to my mother, threatened to expose me on her Apple iTunes self-help podcast. She sent me photoshopped images of an ultrasound that was from an article Google dated January 12th, 2015. Foreshadowing.
Yep.
I had an OBGYN confirm this ultrasound. She is claiming to be hers of twins is exact from this Google article in 2015. Laura Owens, the defendant, has shown up to my home twice without being asked not to come there. After blocking all 14 iMessage accounts, she has continually harassed me since July 9th. And we were talking about August 4th. So basically a full month of just nonstop bullshit.
Yeah, until she finally files this abortion coercion case.
Yeah. She's now reaching out to me, making threats of lawsuits to my work email address. SGH.
She has contacted.
Oh, she has contacted the HR department in my company to confirm my email address and is threatening my career and reputation at my place of work as of yesterday and today. She's showing no signs of stopping. The defendant is stating she is in love with me after 3 dates, roughly 2 hours each date, and is promising to have an abortion and dismiss pressing charges. There's the schemes and artifices, and what was the other one? Extortion.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
If I commit to loving her, marrying her, and starting a family with her within the next 2 years. Biological clock is ticking, lady. Sorry, it's already passed, but...
Right. Yeah, so many options, but 11 days would be a good documentary name. Whoa, what?
Sorry. Stupid Siri.
Oh.
I have repeatedly asked the defendant to stop contacting myself, my family, my place of work, and to stop coming to my home, banging on my door and ringing my doorbell. I have all text messages and emails saved. I also have photographs of her outside my home trying to contact me. I am scared for my, I am scared for my life, period. That's all you have to say.
Help.
Work or business. Defendant should be ordered to stay away from any animal owned by me because my dog is sitting there looking at her through the window.
Get this fucking crazy bitch away, please. So if you go up to the top, sorry, I did this in the wrong order, but so that's what he filed, his request, his petition. And then if we go to the first document, it should show that it was granted. Did I attach the right things?
Judicial officer signed.
Yeah. So that's the day that it was granted. He tried to have it served.
Oh, that was a week after those text messages.
Mm-hmm.
But after she filed the civil charges.
The day after, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And then she didn't file her order of protection for like a little bit after that. Let's see. Yeah, November is when she filed for hers. November 12th of 2021. And I'm trying to see. Let's see. Yeah, there's nothing on. I'm not sure why that date. I'm trying to. I mean, maybe. I don't know. That'd be a good question. Why did she file on November 12th? Because in the
November 12th?
Yeah, November 12th of 2021, she filed. Look at the timeline. Oh, okay. That says September 30th, Joe Cotchett allegedly responds to Laura's email expressing support for her in pursuit of charges and offers assistance. So maybe there were email communications between Greg Woodnick's office and Cotchett. I know there were, emails sent back and forth to try to confirm if his office was actually representing her and whatnot. So maybe something like that prompted this order of protection request from her. That would be interesting to know.
Right. Dreamy Draw was my name in art class. Oh my.
So yeah, we can go back to the the other one there. So here's Reedy, Detective Reedy or Officer Reedy.
Yeah, November 9th, 2023. This is after the bombshells done by Deandra in front of Gaukexis to get the injunction against harassment finalized. I was working in my assigned capacity as a detective with the domestic violence unit. I was conducting a follow-up in the listed case. I had received this case as an aggravated harassment case. Victim Laura claims the offender, Greg, was posting about her on social media website.
Sorry, just a second. November 9th is the date that the suit for emotional damages against Greg Gillespie was thrown out.
Oh.
And then it says the same day it's discovered that Laura Owens has filed an application petition to change her name to Emily Laura Wilson.
Oh.
And then on November 6th, like 3 days before, the video of her alleged baby bump. Move it during the court hearing. You know, obviously her moving the fake belly around.
Greg was posting on Reddit under pseudonyms. I contacted Laura over the phone to inquire further about her claims of being harassed. She told me Greg is using made-up profiles and uploading them to Reddit.
Uploading the profiles to Reddit?
When you make a profile, that is by definition uploading it to Reddit. I don't know
it's not
what.
Another step.
She also explained how a user had posted to Reddit an order of protection that Greg had against Laura that was never served. Okay, so what? Laura told me that the only way someone could get this is if the plaintiff went to court and got the documents. Okay.
So what? Again, so what? And what if he had already had them? I know she attaches the picture, you know, whoever this person was took pictures of like their ticket number and them outside the courthouse and stuff, but he could have already had copies of those.
This is from 2021, 2 years prior.
Yeah.
Like, there's a whole lot of time from then.
And she was already told by that officer in 2021 that it was legit.
All right. Laura told me that she had called the Dreamy Draw. Why? The Dreamy Draw county clerk, Manny Vargas, who confirmed Greg had come into Dreamy Draw and got the documents from him. Laura sent me a voice recording of her speaking to Manny. You're not supposed to record in a courthouse, regardless of whether you're talking to the clerk or not. Who was heard telling her only the plaintiff could have access to an unserved document.
I think it was on the phone. Can you record them on the phone if they work in the courthouse?
I guess technically you can. That goes to whether or not it's a two-party consent state or not. But
yeah,
I told Laura to send me the images of proof that she had that Greg was using multiple fake profiles to harass her. Laura sent me the PDF document containing 34 pages of images and text outlining these connections in the Greg Gillespie Connection.
Yes, this is the Gillespie Connection.
I contacted Manny over the phone to determine if he did not know that Greg had come into the court to get the paperwork. He advised me he did not know who that was. He did not know who Laura Owens was either. After I explained the situation, he advised me that he did remember an email about the situation. But other than that, nothing out of the ordinary. He told me that it was true that an unserved order of protection would not be given out to anyone other than the plaintiff, but did not recall anyone in particular coming to the court to get this order of protection. I looked at the document sent to me by Laura. In the document, Laura provides screenshots and photos of text underneath explaining the connections to Greg. Many of the shown profiles were that of anonymous Reddit users posting negative things about Laura. Looked into several of these profiles. Reddit shows a username in the style of u/username. When you go to the profile of a Reddit user, you can see what their profile was created and what subreddits they post on. The social media website is broken down into subreddits. These subreddits are known for different topics, including the Bachelor Nation. As of this writing, the Bachelor Nation subreddit has 56,000 members. Many of the negative comments about Laura were written on that particular subreddit, and shouldn't be noted that for an unknown amount of time, Laura herself would go to Bachelor Nation subreddit. You're making this worse for yourself by going to the place where people talk negatively about you.
Yeah.
And argue with other profiles about their thoughts on her. PR companies will say you don't go into the swamp because you will only be stuck there. You will not get yourself out of it. You ignore it and go away.
Ignore it. Yep.
This could be one reason why she has so many negative comments about her. Yes, because she is continuing to engage in it. You're feeding the trolls. That is the whole point. You don't feed the trolls.
Mm-hmm. This could be one reason. Oh my God.
This would also be a reason why attorneys don't talk about their cases, because all you're doing is encouraging the trolls and then to say that the JFC is harassing you. Well, if you don't do anything to post anything, don't talk about it. You just say, we restrict ourselves from further comment about this case because it's pending litigation, and leave it at that. Then you don't have to deal with it.
Exactly.
You don't get butthurt about, oh my gosh, JFC is saying so many mean things about me. It's like, dude, you're interacting with it. You're posting about it. You're writing blogs about it. Like, fuck, man. If you would just leave it all alone, then you don't have to deal with it.
Some people thrive on that attention, whether it's negative or positive. And I think he and Laura are that kind of person, in my opinion.
Laura goes on to claim that many of these profiles were Greg. Yes, that's where the meme comes from. Everybody is Greg. I'm Greg. Schnitzel is Greg. You're a really good voice changer you've got, Schnitzel. I can't believe it.
I know.
With knowledge only he could know, however, many of the profiles that she claims were Greg were created many years ago. Even the police officer knows how Reddit is done, because it wouldn't all be created in the month of September of 2023 because it's Greg. She actually likes the attention. If she liked the attention, then she would just say, thank you for saying these kind things about me. Because at least if you're going to engage with it, you say something like that. Say, thank you for talking about me. And then you say, oh, well, now it's not having the desired effect of pissing her off. Oh, and it's not fun anymore.
She's like the kind of person who feels like if she just explains enough, she's going to...
I just didn't say it in the right way. Once I do it, it'll all be over. I've got the magic key, the formula. It's right here. I just gotta find the right thing. Oh, if I say it this way.
Wrong username. Did you see Tiff's?
Yes. Thank you, Tiff. I'm glad you find comfort in my expositing emotionally.
We found Greg.
God damn it, Greg!
Big farts. It's Greg, guys.
Big fart 69420, best username ever.
Oh man, hope Omar didn't go to Disney. It was pouring rain.
Yeah, this is actually like we were watching a weather guy on YouTube, and he was like, "Yeah, California is just going to get absolutely beaten with rain." So. Hopefully he's not in the middle of that.
The forecast, yeah. We'll probably hear about it like, God damn it.
Well, actually, that's the one thing that he wanted, was to not actually have to go out.
Right, exactly. Like
it's like, yes.
Hurt him.
All right. Laura listed several profiles as being Greg. This person, this person, this person, this person, this person.
And one is 2020.
Greg didn't even know you in 2020, nor 2016. So those are obviously out. You didn't even know you then either, because you didn't meet until June. So
Mike. Just kidding.
Due to the wide range of accounts that were created from 2016 to 2023, it is unlikely they are all Greg. One particular claim is that person posted photos of an anonymous Redditor. That user posted pictures of an anonymous Redditor. God.
It's like a picture in a picture.
Just... The user posted pictures showing they were at Dreamy Draw Custis, not that posting pictures of an anonymous Redditor. Like, we're at Dreamy Draw Justice Court to get the order of protection that Greg had against Laura. Laura told me this was proof Greg was this person. However, when I went to the profile pages of that, there were no pictures posted from their account. This person reposted pictures and cited an anonymous Redditor on pages 8 through 13 of the PDF Laura sent me to show that it is from this person. Laura then made me aware that there's a subreddit dedicated to her, specifically called R. Laura Owens. Laura claimed that this was more cyberbullying by either Greg.
By the way, R.I.P. to R. Laura Owens.
By either Greg or a man named Clayton Eckerd.
A man.
When I looked up the subreddit, I could see that there were 451 people subscribed to the page. Oh no.
Didn't one of the things say like however many users like self-inseminating?
Oh no.
It did. Hey, I just sent you something in honor of Button's comment here on Discord.
Oh no.
You gotta turn it up pretty loud.
Let's see if I can navigate this. Oh, we should be able to just upload this.
It's worth it, guys.
Video
you haven't
file.
heard it. I think the fart kind of sounds like a fart machine in this call.
Can I bring this up or?
I don't know.
Here.
Scene, we have this.
Sorry.
Told him the date that you were scheduled for, all that. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Play it again.
We're still testing. We have this.
Sorry.
Do it again, dude. Like 5 times.
Oh, you've got to listen close.
We're still testing. We have this.
It's like a foghorn.
One more, please.
We're still testing. We have this.
Sorry.
Told him the date.
Oh, thanks. And thanks for the reminder buttons.
Lay off the burritos and then you don't have the problem.
Oh, and I love that she like apologized. It must have been so loud to have been picked up by the phone like that, and then she apologized for it too. I love it. Oh, it might be my favorite thing she's ever done.
All right. I spoke with Greg on the phone. Oop.
Oh, go ahead.
Sorry. Share screen. This window. This. Here we go. I spoke with Greg on the phone and asked him about the situation. Greg denied having any Reddit accounts and told me I never had a Reddit account. He also told me that he did, in fact, go to the Dreamy Draw Justice to have a previous order of protection against Laura for a civil trial he is currently dealing with. He told me he took photographs of the document to prove that he had this against Laura, but denied ever posting these photos to Reddit. Greg denied having any contact with her and told me the last time he ever contacted her was sometime around August of 2021. Greg advised me he had nothing to hide and would be fine answering any questions further. Greg went on to tell me that Laura currently has a civil lawsuit filed against him and Clayton Eckerd, which she lost that one. Greg told me he believes Laura is doing these things to get back at him during their ongoing civil lawsuit. This includes my involvement. And then this starts the Gillespie lawsuit, or the Gillespie Connections.
Yes. So I thought this was so crazy. I mean, the text thing, sure, is like crazy to see. Like we get, this insight into what it was like for Greg dealing with her in text, which is completely fucking exhausting, and other things. And this, though, all of this stuff that she is still trying to blame Greg Gillespie for, like ridiculous stuff. Even one of these things she mentions here is that he somehow was listening in on her phone call with Ravgen.
Wiretapping.
Yeah, exactly.
A cell phone. Wiretapping.
It's like insane. But let's we don't have to necessarily look at the evidence, but let's read through some of these claims in the Gillespie Connection.
These were Gillespie's counterclaim documents in the civil case I have against him. They were disproven.
No, they weren't.
Were they? However, he sent these to Clayton once he discovered that I was the person accusing Clayton of being the father of our unborn twins. That never happened.
No.
Then he leaked them on Reddit.
Again, it's not leaking. They're public.
I respect your opinion. I want justice for Greg. He's still dealing with her over a non-existent pregnancy. And now she's bringing up his name into the Clayton case. I would love to hear what he has to say for all this. Well, he stood up for Greg, and Greg stood up for him when they went into the June 10th hearings. So,
So Greg heard her rip ass too?
well, if he watches the stream, then he's going to hear it again.
Many times.
Okay.
Okay.
I want justice for Greg. I would love to hear what he has to say about this. Okay.
So that's him. What?
Yeah.
What would be wrong about him, even if that were him? What would be wrong about him posting that?
Yeah.
Nothing. It's not harassing in nature. It's not in violation of the OOP. It's nothing.
Nope. I don't know.
And then Bruce says, has anyone not been crop dusted by her?
Safe from crop dusting by Laura Owens.
Oh, wait, hold on. You'd think she'd have a fart dampener on hand, considering how much stuff was in the casita. Fart dampener.
See, that's the funny thing about farts, is that when you know one's coming, the harder you squeeze. And then the harder you squeeze, the louder it becomes.
Never hold them in. No. I don't think she believes her lies. I think she knows exactly what she's doing, says Amy.
Possible threats. I want the end result to be Laura left unable to fuck over another person ever again. That's not a threat. That's could be her being labeled a vexatious litigant. It could be restraining orders. It could be any number of things, but it's not a threat.
Mm-mm. It's not saying like I want her literally.
I want her dead or something like that, in the spirit of examples, not in literalness.
Mm-hmm.
She believes life happens to her, not because of her.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what kind of an existence to believe that you don't have your own self-agency to be able to chart your own course, to be able to influence your life in such a way that your life can be the result of your actions and not just an endless amount of things happening to me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's a really depressing view on life, that you feel like that what you do in life has no meaning at all.
Right. Yeah, totally is. I remember so I don't believe in God anymore, or at least like the Christian God. I think probably like something's going on, but I don't know.
We'll work on it.
Anyway, I went through a struggle after like I came to that conclusion for myself, in thinking like, then I'm left with what's the point of anything? You know, like what is my purpose? What's not like I was going to hurt myself or anything, but just trying to like, if you're not living for God in this, eternal life after death on this earth, what is the meaning of everything? What's the point of everything? Why am I here? Like, if I have, a good career and I have a family and great, aside from, like your footprint on earth, like carbon footprint and all that kind of stuff, why? The question is why and what? And it took me like a while to, this is kind of a tangent on what you're just saying, but anyway, it took me a while to really figure out, like, for me, it doesn't really matter. Like the why doesn't really matter. It's not for a specific thing. I mean, now that I'm a mom, it's like to be a great mom and to raise like a, an incredible son as much as I can like have influence over that. And to just do what I can for others, do what I can for animals, being vegan, and just trying to like be my best self, I guess. Anyway, sorry, it's just
No, you're
not
fine.
really having anything to do with this, but yeah.
For one thing, I highly recommend this book if anyone is struggling with questions about their purpose in life. Ikigai is a Japanese philosophy about being able to marry something that you can earn money with, something that you find belonging in, something that makes you happy, and also, what's the fourth one? Something that you're good at. Where what you love, what you're good at, what you can get paid for, and what the world needs all overlap. Meaning that every day is infused with meaning. And it's a very good book that talks about this concept of trying to be able to find the thing that you're good at, can get paid for, has meaning, and that the world needs. Because if you're missing one of those things, you lose your sense of connectedness to the world around you.
Yeah,
so,
definitely.
This was an audiobook that I grabbed and listened to, and it was fantastic.
Oh, that's awesome. We're being encouraged to get back.
Fine, I'll get back to it. Get off me.
That's what Clayton said.
Yeah. God forbid I try and be positive around this fucking place. Jeez. All right, let's bring this back up. Quite over. Accuser sent me phone call evidence new Dave Neal video. There's a new Dave Neal video every effing day. Come on. Let's be real here.
Right.
If she were smart, which we know she isn't, she would slink away and hide under an Arizona boulder. She will be exposed publicly. Foreshadowing.
Yep.
Gossip Goose here.
That's funny.
Back with more breadcrumbs to go along with the tea on our favorite baby mama. Word on the pond is that schemes are being spun to excuse the predicted inconclusive paternity result. The heat of the Arizona sun, drinking too much water. What will the excuse be this time?
And here's the Gillespie Connection. I want to read this one. Greg has been known to listen in on my conversations in the past. He had to be listening into my call with the lab Ravgen, where I asked if drinking too much water prior to taking the test could produce an inconclusive result. I had not asked anyone else except for the lab about this, nor did I bring it up this question to anyone else. It's just so dumb. Also, she's just expecting us without any evidence to believe that she called Ravgen and actually asked that question.
Yeah.
Dumb.
Unverified tea from a credible anonymous source. Clayton's accuser didn't take a paternity test today. Will be taking tests tomorrow. Well, who would know about such a thing? I don't know.
Oh, here. See, oh, shoot. Hold on. Amy says that's such a stupid question about the water and the pee test because it was a blood test, not a urine test.
Also true.
Yeah, that's a really good point.
See above, Greg had to be listening in on my phone call with labs because even Clayton knew I needed to reschedule the test for the next day. This was posted right up after I hung up the phone with the lab and moved it. That doesn't make sense because you wouldn't, if it was right after you hung up the phone, you wouldn't have had time to tell Clayton that you rescheduled it. So then how would it get out?
Well, I guess she's saying that nobody knew. Not even.
Yeah. Lady, no one's hacked your cell phone. Jesus.
No one cares enough. You're like unpleasant. No one wants to be around you.
All right, Goose Lady's back. This tea will leave you honking. A little gosling told me an alleged baby mama requests virtual future hearings for her privacy. How'd that work out for you? A March 3rd depo, an April or a February 20 or 14th hearing, a June 10th hearing, a request for a virtual hearing for a certain Mike Maricini case.
Mm-hmm. Also, again, like someone if what she's saying is true, someone from the court could have leaked that information to JFC. Maybe Clayton's lawyer was aware of it and they told Clayton, and then Clayton told somebody else. I mean, it's just like I know Bruce always talks about, how there's no, we all do, I guess, but I just always remember him talking about it. Just there's no evidence here, and we're like it's just assumed that we're supposed to believe what she's saying is the reality of what actually happened or the situation.
Right. It's the same thing that Gingras did about accusing Judge Mata's father about some possible collusion. Mm-hmm. It's like, well, by virtue of the fact that he was there is obvious proof that he was in on this thing and that they were obviously talking about it and how Mata was absolutely prejudiced on the case. It's like, well, no, that's not what that means.
Right. Just completely jumping to conclusions with no evidence whatsoever.
How is Laura Owens allowed to keep spinning a web of lies? Well, if she gets jail time, then hopefully we'll be able to stop. Mm-hmm. Clearly, her parents and family don't GAF, as they've been sent things on Facebook. Well, yeah, but we believe that her parents aren't actually running their accounts. Mm-hmm. Do her lawyers know that she's doing this? Maybe. I know she doesn't have a lawyer. Well, she did, and then she lost it. Then she did. Then she lost him. For the Clayton case, but she's so obsessed with victim 2 and victim 1 and victim 4 and
I guess it did, yeah, I guess right exactly. Right.
Dragging his name in all this so her lawyer, that Greg's lawyer and the judge need to be informed of everything. How is she allowed to keep accusing him of things while in active litigation and have no repercussions? That's a failure of the court system. Mm-hmm. Case docket has no updates, so clearly no one is doing anything to get her to shut up. No one with any sort of power seems to care that she's continuing to do this, because petitioner is special in the fact that she gets kid gloves from the court, and until she stops getting kid gloved, then she's going to continue to act out. That's the real thing, because most petitioners don't do stupid shit like this.
Right.
Amy,
not to this extent.
Amy, this is all of the evidence that was attached to a police report to further suggest that Greg was doing all of these unscrupulous things on Reddit to somehow defame Laura or leaking, quote unquote, court documents.
Once Clayton's case became public because of her. And then she said, I haven't dragged victim number 2 into this at all, but Greg has inserted himself at any chance he can get, including here. Also, to my knowledge, the judge has no knowledge of my pregnancy with Clayton's children. Okay.
That don't exist.
Exactly.
And Greg would actually be number 3, but she doesn't want to give veracity to that.
Well, and I think like community-wise, before we knew about 2014 victim, we were calling Mike victim 1, Greg victim 2, Clayton victim 3. So she's quoting the JFC term.
Talking points, yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's harder to get police and district attorneys to move on stuff like this. No, because a letter writing campaign was shown to have been a critical influence in getting them to look at it. Her parents have been deleting comments. Yeah, we know. In Arizona, not having or faking a death certificate is a crime. Talking about the 24-week kids. That really wasn't a big thing until December. So why was that included in this?
I don't know. Let's see what she has to say about this highlighted one.
The fact that she emailed Dave Neal per today's video telling him she's going to RavGen to take the second test. So when was that? The second test was middle of November? Or was that the last one in December? No, that was 3rd or 4th in December. So this would have still been like middle of November. Because first one was October
6th. Well, I know October 6th, Clayton says that was the little to no fetal DNA Instagram.
First one.
Yeah.
And
then Laura files the OOP against Clayton and contacts the Scottsdale PD to report online harassment in response to Clayton's little to no fetal DNA.
Yeah, God forbid. Only Greg would know or care enough to be mentioning dragging guy number 2 for 2.5 years. You had already had a following and your own subreddit by this point. Like, people were researching you. Just like
Mike was discovered by this point. Also, or care enough. Well, he doesn't care enough about you in any capacity, in my opinion. But they had already discovered Mike back in 2022. So many people, like, if Greg had talked with anybody, or anybody had talked with anybody, or she had told somebody about it, like, people would have already known about Mike Maricini. But she had already come forward publicly, and we have already heard about Clayton. We found out about Greg. We found out about Mike. We found out about all of this stuff by this time.
Mm-hmm.
Only Greg knew their information and would be making harassing comments. Let's try to go through, like, maybe can we read just her comments for a little bit? It's just it's so saturated with, like, all of her.
My sister went private immediately after the story broke. The only person who would know this was someone who was familiar with hers, or any of the 451 people who were following the case who may have known to follow your sister and discover that she went private.
Mm-hmm. Which I know 100% people did. And
also,
found her.
No one else involved in the situation would know when she moved to New York City.
Do a background check.
Yeah.
It's literally on, well, and I know because I have one. It's on her background check.
Oh, hey, we looked at that.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
Greg's document.
Yep.
This is the order of protection that Greg apparently obtained against me the day after I filed civil litigation against him. Was it? Or was that when it was?
It was the day after, yeah.
It was never served on me, so it would never went into effect. Or you evaded service, which is why it didn't go into effect.
Mm-hmm.
According to Manny Vargas, the clerk at the course, only Greg and no one else, not even me, would have been able to get this document. Manny said it was. Wouldn't that be funny if she went and be like, hey, I heard that there might be an order of protection out against me. Can I get this document? And it's like, boom, bitch, you've been served.
Yeah, right, exactly. That would have been amazing.
That would have been funny. Order of protection T, blah, 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 images. User blank is showing chronological post of how they went to the courthouse to obtain a copy of an order of protection that Greg apparently...
More about the order of protection with Greg thing.
This is false. My other orders of protection in Maricopa are public record. Everything filed is publicly searchable. No one saw this document because it didn't exist. Laura Owens insists that Clayton is joining forces with his 2 abusive exes to create fake evidence against her. Not fake, though, unfortunately.
Yep.
To dispute Laura's claim, blah, 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 blah. Oh, this is... She went to a prestigious private school.
Tiff pointed this out. Wouldn't the person hired to serve her have a copy? So Greg would not be the only person who would have a copy.
Californians the best when it comes to the education, but she got the finest. Greg knew this, others didn't. My school isn't even listed on my LinkedIn page. Well,
people found it, baby. People found that real quick.
Well, like, it's not like you know, if I was listed in the newspaper for being a part of a club or something, and you went and searched, found my name, and then you found, oh, he was a member of this club, and he went to, oh, look, this high school. Surprise! That's how things happen.
And that people like who know her could have people who went to high school could have posted that, or went to high school with her, or they could have told everybody that she went there. Like,
Yeah.
it's just, again, it's just so dumb. Like these conclusions she's coming to.
Excuse me. Greg had been following me. No, if anything, you've been following him because that's why you showed up at his house twice. And what I did online for years because he had active civil case against me. The begging for money on investment real estate pages was not recent. Well, were you doing it?
Yeah, she was.
How to win the scariest costume contest.
Yes, and this is, as a reminder to everyone, this is the exact image that she used to get her, that the OOP against Clayton came down to, that Judge Judy granted the OOP based on this meme. She claimed Clayton was the only one who had access to this ultrasound, so therefore Clayton had to have made this meme and posted it. But in this report, she claims something different.
This was a still from a video taken off of my phone that the public had access to.
Scroll down.
What?
We can't see it. What you're reading?
It's right here.
I can't see it. All I see is her picture. I don't see the Gillespie Connection text.
Chat, tell her she's weird. Here.
Scroll. Can you scroll
down.
like? Oh, okay. There we go. Okay.
Here. This was a still from a video taken off my phone that the public had access to. So if the public had access to it, then it wasn't a hacking.
It's so dumb. So she's trying to imply that Greg hacked her phone and got this still from the video and put this thing together or sent it to someone. Like, what exactly are you claiming? Also, it's dumb. Whatever it is dumb.
I was wondering, do I have something? Where is it? I'm looking for something. Yeah, on the public Dropbox.
Mm-hmm.
That everybody had access to.
M169 says, "Good Lord, the stupid is strong with her." Yeah. She doesn't really think these claims through before writing them down. I bet she like rage writes them.
She must have, because it seems like she didn't put a whole lot of thought into them.
Mm-hmm. What are you looking up? What? I can't hear you all of a sudden. Can you guys hear Brad?
Okay.
There we go.
Let me see where my mixer must be down.
I can hear you now, though.
Mm-hmm. There we go. That's what I need. There we go. And then do this. And
Though you may be tempted, do not contact any person or persons mentioned on this stream. Do not even think about contacting anyone who may be the topic of the daily news. If you should do that, the host will question your IQ, possibly call you names, and mock you for disobeying these basic rules of decency. This disclaimer does not apply to any government official or elected public person who answers to you, the people. Feel free to contact any of them at any time for any reason and use all the cursey words you prefer. The Supreme Court says you can bully the government, but don't even think about doing it to anyone else. Thank you.
Nice. Amy says you could totally do voiceover, Brad.
I mean, I probably could. I've thought about doing like audiobook narration and things like that, but I don't have a good repertoire of voices to be able to fully do something like that.
Yeah, and you need it. I have several friends who do that. And yeah, it's a lot of work. It's really a lot of work, and like you said, a lot of practice with the different voices and things.
Anonymous woman phone call confession. OMG, she said it's hers. This was a splice taken out of a real phone call taken out of context to make it appear like I had made a confession. If only. The closest thing we've gotten is
Douche canoe and pregnancy faker.
Ooh, Elaine says, no lie. That was hot, Brad.
what was hot? My warning to you to not contact Laura is hot. Please. if that's your barrier to hotness, please reevaluate, because I can do a lot better than that.
Brad has a country music baritone.
Oh geez, here we go.
Okay, this was posted in an effort to get people to comment on my appearance and to make them think that I had admitted to something I had not. No one else would have that motive to try to do this.
Who would have a motive?
About 500 people on the internet.
I bet Clayton, Greg, Mike can totally understand how maddening it is to see people write falsities about you. You started all this, my girl.
And look, so we pointed this out before, and I don't know that Reddit still does the same thing. They might, but when you would post a comment, you would be upvoting your own comment by default.
Yes, you still does that.
And so look at this. It's already, it shows that the screenshot, and it has looked like she's taking these screenshots and then saving them. So it could be that person was downvoted and she upvoted it, but why would she upvote this comment if it's like harassing in nature? So she's like, this was before anyone had mentioned Greg's name or relation to me. So it appears to me that it's very possible she posted this herself.
Yeah, does seem interesting. This was before anyone had mentioned Greg's name or relation to me. But the other thing is, Mike was always Mike. He was never Michael.
Yeah. And she always, I don't know. I mean, in text, she calls him Mike, but it's interesting. Oh, this is, okay, I got to read this one. This is my favorite one. After a long couple, I'm going to read this one. I got to veto you. After a long couple of weeks, it looks like the results are in. It is a burrito baby. And here is the Gillespie Connection. What I've been waiting for all night. The only Greg knew that I ate a burrito every day for lunch.
I'm so sick.
Just imagining putting this in a fucking like police report. Just, oh, this is the funniest one to me.
The funny thing is, this was the smile one, but it says 17 weeks.
Yeah. Yeah. How many more of these do we have?
A lot.
Oh, there we go. What's this last one say? Oh God, it's a fucking court thing again.
The Silly Goose Tits Collective is the real hero, and the sub-users are the real hero. I like Dave Neal and his videos, but he uses our work. Just once I wanted him to say, thanks, put this together, or this user.
It's probably a user.
Right, at least give credit to where the credit deserves. The flock deserves credit. Greg, stop talking.
But I know, and I hear them, but I will say I also do remember Dave multiple times thanking the flock for information and for all of the research they were doing and the documents they were purchasing. Were
This
you involved
person-
back then yet?
No, I came in with Megan at the end of December when it
Mm.
was starting to get bad for Dave because he was
Oh yeah.
really feeling the heat.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh man. The OG days. When all this, I know I've said before, like I believed Laura when I saw that post. Like that's how I first found out about it, was her Reddit post. And I was like, that's really like awful that he's not supporting her. Like, and I commented something like, hey, like I'm really sorry this is happening. I hope like things turn around and he supports you. And I watched like some of Dave's videos when they first came out
Hmm.
and was like, oh man, this is not real. I think she's lying. This is crazy. And I went back and deleted my comment because like I don't want to show that support. Like if I now think that she's lying. But yeah, crazy days them. Anyway, we could go back to the police reports.
Oh,
But that's all.
thought we were done for the night.
Oh, sorry.
You sounded
Did
you were
close it?
you were like, no, it's here.
That you were scheduled.
Oh, I
for.
just met with the Gillespie Connection section, but I don't think there's too much more. Yes, Dave thanks him all the time.
Yeah, because it goes into more
Mm-hmm.
calls.
Yeah. And these are, not necessarily like so much to go over in these, but I just put together all of the ones that like are publicly available. I find that interesting. It says that they called her on the one up above, it says they called her 4 times and she didn't answer. So like she just wanted it. So called respondent 4 times, did not answer, waiting and going to
Left
try again.
voicemail.
Yep, no
Called
answer.
4 times.
It's like she just wanted to call and report it and then not be bothered by anything else with it, That's the vibe I get. OG here too. Woot.
Yeah, that's basically the end of that. Oh, then Laura calls Scottsdale police on the guys.
I think this is the last one. Yeah, so the other ones are just that she called in are just violations of the OOP in regards to Greg. There of course are more police reports, but these were just all the ones that I've found that are publicly available that deal with Greg. And yes, in this, the day after the June 10th trial, she calls and said that all 3 guys, Mike, Greg, and Clayton, have violated their OOPs. So she gives their names. And what does she say up at the top that they did? Like, does she just say they were like, oh, so I have 2 orders. I have 2 orders against. I have order against 2 men in Arizona, 1 in California, and they were all together and kind of coordinated. It's kind of complicated. Do you want the men's names? And does
That's
she
not
ever
really,
further explain?
No.
Oh, I have order protections against those 2. There's one more. I was told by San Francisco police to contact you guys, so she must have called San Francisco first.
She's going to get a call back, make them deal with it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So yeah, that's that. Again, I'm sure there are probably more police reports because why wouldn't there be? But this is all that I could find online. And then to me, the most ridiculous thing, aside from just like the craziness of the text, is this Gillespie Connection trying to blame all of this stuff on Greg, similar to how Honk My Meat is apparently Mike, because only he would have these certain pictures that were posted in Discord or whatever she's trying to claim. And it, like as Omar and Rachel have stated in regards to the non-disparagement clause that she was initially offering in a stipulation to Mike, there's no way on earth she wasn't going to claim that any of us or anybody online who says anything about her ever that's negative There's no way she wasn't going to claim that was Mike or influenced by Mike or run by Mike. So I'm so glad that, I mean, he has amazing lawyers and that he wasn't tempted into trying to even, sign anything like that. It's just setting him up for the inevitable, which is that, he's all of these people online. So it's a pattern that she has to claim that people are other people online.
Indeed.
Anyway, well, thank you so much for all of your help, Brad.
No problem.
Go to ITGoatee's channel if you haven't, and
Or don't,
subscribe.
because I removed everything from there.
Well, hey, maybe you'll come back one day and then you'll have the people.
Yeah.
But no, you're such a huge help and I really appreciate you. And thank you everyone for tuning in. And sorry it's kind of long. But yeah, I appreciate everybody.
Yeah. Thanks for hanging out, everyone. It was a good Friday.
Yeah. We'll have to do a Flad soon when Omar's
Feeling
more
better.
available. Yeah. Yeah. Not going to Disney.
Yep.
All right. Well, have a good night, everybody. Have a great weekend.
Yeah. See you.
Bye.